Hi, this is Roma again, and a lot of times I have parents come to me and will express some real apprehension and fear about helping their child learn to read. And they'll tell me, reading's the most important subject. I mean, if they struggle with this one, their success in every other subject is affected. And that's true, but I'll ask them this: can you read? And if the answer is yes, then I'll say, you can teach a child to read. Really, that's true. With a little bit of information and the right tools, it's very easy and a lot of fun to help your child learn to read, or even to teach, even if you're the parent educator. And in a minute, I'm going to explain that more. But parents will also come to me and they'll talk about their pain with flashcards. They'll say, my child hates them and they just won't cooperate with me. Well, that's quite common. And there is a solution. Now, if flashcards are working for you, fine, use them. But if they're not, there is a better way. You see, studies show that young children learn best while at play. Now, that's real important. Young children learn best while at play. So if you will use their natural tendencies to teach them, you will find that it's not only easier to teach them, but they will retain their natural desire to learn. In other words, in most cases, in many cases, far too many cases, children have lost their desire to learn by second or third grade. And yet there are those who retain it the rest of their life. And that's because, and that is more likely to happen if you use their natural tendencies to teach. Okay, so I said with a little bit of information and the right tools. So let me explain that. A little bit of information. One is make sure you're enunciating all the phonics sounds correctly, because if not, when the child goes to blend the sounds to form words, they run into difficulty. In fact, that's when new children are usually brought to me, and I'm sharing with you 9 times out of 10, this is the cause. They've learned to enunciate those phonic sounds incorrectly. For example, W is often taught a child's often taught to say wah. But think about it. If a child is saying wah is, wah in, how hard is it to hear the correct word? So, but if you teach it ooh, then they'll hear when, with, what. So there's a website where you can go and hear all the phonics sounds for free, and you should be able to read it down here. But it's www.read-phonics.com, and there you'll find 3 free videos you can watch to make sure you're teaching the child the correct enunciation. The second thing I recommend, and this is not an absolute must, but it certainly is helpful. This book here, and you can get it at Amazon.com, but it's Please Understand Me Too by David Kiersey. And then the third thing I'm going to tell you about is an actual 3-year curriculum game that teaches children phonics and reading. Tons of books and everything. And I've used it for years. I like it because the children beg to play. I've had some children even cry if they don't get to play it that day. So you can also, that same website, you'll be able to find that there, and hundreds of other products and supplies and information there. In fact, let me show you the website. I clicked out of here. That's the website right there, and it's to hear the free phonics, and to hear that's the website. To hear the free phonics sounds, you'll click there, and it'll take you to the 3 free videos. And right there for just hundreds of other products, educational products and supplies from all sorts of companies you know. And then there's a lot of really good information. This one right here you'll want to check out, particularly for children, for any discipline problems with children and ADD it talks about. That's a really good, that's one I'm really excited about. But anyway, check that site out and let me know what you think. See you, and for now, talk to you later.